We are ready, and it's been a little while since we cast. It's been too long since we cast Poppin, and we are back for Team Ice Block versus 31 APM.
Correct.
And obviously, I mean, do you want to get into why this is a very special match straight off the bat, or do you want to save that for later?
That sounds like good filler.
Good
Well,
filler. When we need filler, we will come back to the special fact about this match. Meanwhile, both did 4 teams, both having, fair to say, fairly tough starts to the season.
It would be fair to say that.
Both are in their second season. Both played in Div 4 last time. Team Ice Block had 6 wins last season, and 31 APM had 3 wins last season. So far this season, they've both played 5 games. Team Ice Block with 1 win and 31 APM with no wins.
Yeah, it's a bit of a turnaround. Like they had a time in 11. Yeah, they only narrowly missed out on the Epic Cup. 1 win. Slightly better map score would have made it.
Yeah.
Still game play.
Yeah, and when you've had that more rough start to the season, you know that you're going to be coming up against like this match now, other teams that have equally struggled to get any wins so far. So I guess that gives them both teams something to look forward to, that perhaps this is going to be a slightly easier match. Both, for both of them, it's a potential win to go after. Do you think, obviously, Team Ice Block have 1 win at the moment, and obviously, like you said, they had a very good season last season. They'll probably be eyeing this as like, right, let's turn our fortunes around now and try to get a few wins towards the end of the season.
Yeah, they started off well, winning. Teamy matchup. The Chain of the Frost. And then it's still a bit since then. They'll be turn that around. 31 APM.
Do you know if their matches have been have they been getting maps during the matches? Have they been winning individual games?
I don't make that point.
Okay. I'll let you go with 31 APM first then.
Well, 31 APM have won a match.
Okay.
So
they're possibly looking a little bit frustrated at the moment, and
they
saying we can win games. Let's make sure of it.
Yeah, can win them. Bring that level up. So I would.
Cool. And when we went live, I was just starting to look at the team's preferred maps. Not much crossover between the two. They seem to favour the maps that each. So, Team Ice Block preferring Braxis Holdout, Towers of Doom, and All Track Pass. Whilst 31 APM preferring Volskaya Foundry, Infernal Shrines, and Sky Temple by the looks of it. So they, there's no crossover. There's no map that they're both favouring at the moment. So we could see some target bans on the maps, and then obviously trying to go towards their preferred choices.
Now.
And we'll say hi to HotsDK in chat. Yeah, so I presume we'll see Volskaya ban and Praxis Holdout ban, unless I kind of looking back at previous season records. Do you know if Team Ice Block have had any kind of roster changes from last season, anything like that that could kind of explain why they've struggled a bit more?
Can't say for certain. Players I do recognise. Can't say. Do. Bands. And blocked by 31 AP banning. Affected.
I mean, the Sky Temple's only been picked once by 31 APM, so that probably more suggests that Team Ice Block just don't like it themselves.
I mean, if I saw anyone pick my temple,
we just ban it every time anyway. It doesn't matter.
so ban.
Towers of Doom, do you reckon? Possibly Infernal. Towers of Doom. Yes. Sticking with their preferred map. And I'm a big fan of Towers, so I'm happy to see it go there to start off with.
Games on. So, possibility of comeback. That map, isn't it? Team can have one shot on the goal left and they can come back and win it. Never counter team.
Yeah, and obviously Towers of Doom is really team fight focused, obviously around the objective. You're not fighting in lanes, there's no minions, it's not necessarily about pushing with the wave. And just looking at Team Ice Block's kind of preferred heroes, they've got Stukov and Malfurion in there. So I would hazard a guess they are a fan of... Oh, Popping, your voice keeps cutting out at times, apparently. I would guess Team Ice Block will be looking towards a CC chain comp involving the Stukov or the Malfurion. Get that lockdown, get that blow up. I mean, they play Mal'Ganis as well. They play Zul. They play Kel'Thuzad. So yeah, definitely single target blow up. Get ready for someone to get absolutely punished if they're caught out.
Okay. Very similar to the problem you were having last night. The level on my microphone was at 40. So that's been cranked up to 100, so hopefully that'll pick me up a bit better now.
You just absolutely blown the ears off everyone. Now I've just gone over to have a look at 31 APM's preferred heroes. A big leaning towards picking Jaina. They've picked her 8 times so far this season. Diablo is in there. ETC, Sonya, Anduin as well. So a possibility of really quite hard engages coming from 31 APM. That divey main tanks, and particularly if that Anduin is a light bomb Anduin, we could see hard engages coming in that way.
That would be good to see.
We seem to have gained people in the lobby.
This is a busy lobby.
Well, thank God for portrait synergy. Should be fairly easy to sort out. We've got 31 APM. They've got the synergy with the Heroes of the Storm logo.
Yeah.
And then Ice Block on the left. Not sure who Martin is.
I don't know.
Got a very high player level, I can tell you that much.
They have about 3,000.
3,000 player level. Oh, they're being cast by someone else at the same time.
Are they?
Interesting. Check the website. Tell Karasov for not posting it. It says us today. Oh dear.
Controversy. I mean, I'm still on 31 APM as it stands. So
Can I just say, I saw something, I think it was yesterday? No, 2 days ago, for the first time. A Turkish streamer. Never seen it before. Turkish caster on
Really?
the list. Yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a few different languages being cast at the
Yeah.
moment.
Again, thanks to COVID-19, lots of casters about at the moment. But yeah, if you want your cast in Turkish, there is now someone called Griffith.
Ah. I think we've just had a Norwegian caster join Lounge as well.
Quite exciting. Obviously, it's more people for us to compete with for getting the games we want, but we're doing all right so far. Oh, right. Okay, so he's a friend of Phoenix, but he's not signed up through the Heroes Lounge website.
Yeah, and that is not allowed. That is against the rules.
Them the rules. Who created the lobby?
Oh, that was Team Iceblock's captain.
Do you want to put the link in to show him how to sign up to cast in the future?
There's some links just to show that he shouldn't be casting right now.
Yeah, because I mean, as we were saying, looking at all the different languages, it's quite nice to have a match cast in multiple languages in case people do want to watch it in their future one. So as a German caster, could be good to cast at the same time in the future.
Definitely. Right, okay, both teams are
so
ready.
We are all set.
Yeah.
Have you changed the screen on Twitch?
Yeah. Oh, I'm on top of it today. Don't worry.
Just checking.
Completely on top of it. I need to get betting ready in just a moment, but I'm going to change to the draft screen first, and then here we are. So it can be hard to tell what to ban, like because both teams sort of haven't had too much success this season. It can be hard to tell what to ban, you know.
Yeah. So the win rates on most of the heroes aren't that high. There's the odd one, 100%, but obviously it's on Team Iceblock. I think it's also that there's multiple heroes that have been picked that fulfill the same rule within a team now. So it's like, okay, well, if you're worried about the tank that's the hard initiate, well, you can see they play both Diablo and ETC and, something like a Morganis. Well, which one do you prioritize the ban on?
Yeah.
And you don't want to just completely tank choke normally. That's Johanna ban.
In tanks banned out so far, Morganis and Johanna, so will we see more banned? I mean, we saw Stitches get buffed in the patch last night, so we might see him rise in popularity now. I mean, he already had enough health, and he has more now, right? So
yeah. I mean, I've been playing a considerable amount today on the new patch to see how. I don't think it's going to be hugely impactful. People are still playing fairly hesitant of tower diving, even though you can get away with it a bit more now. People still just being a bit cautious and treating it as if the towers are going to wreck you. Interesting on the Zul ban.
I mean, it makes sense for the map. His double soak is unmatched, so.
But it's Team Iceblock that plays Zul.
Yeah, but they haven't got first pick, and I think he can be impactful on this map.
So there's the Jaina that 31 APM have played 8 times this season, and she's pretty nice on this map because of the choke points. She can get quite a lot of value and just kind of stand back quite well protected and throw her spells in. So that's a nice comfort pick for 31 APM to be picking up early. And there's the 100% win rate Garrosh with Greymane. So bit of aggression coming out from Team Ice Block.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, Garrosh can struggle into Jaina with all those slows, but...
You've been asked, I think, the best question anyone could ask you in the
what do you get?
Twitch chat.
Ufa's level 20.
Particularly with the changes. I don't know if you read the changes.
Yeah, I did.
That's spicy, right? I want to see a bit of that.
It's yeah. I mean, I was saying this yesterday. The range is very small. So yes, if you are organised, if you coordinate well, OP. But
it basically, you have to think of it like a Tyrael Sank almost.
Yeah, it's like
right?
a moving Sanct, but also because the range is so small, sometimes if you're Ufa and you're in the middle of everyone, you'll have to cast it on yourself. If you're on the outside, someone else is sort of in that middle of that huddle, then you'll have to cast it on them. And I feel like there's more space for misplays there because you can move into a Sanct if you're not in it, but if you're just outside the small range, if you're just outside that small range, then you lose the value. And if you don't, it's I don't know. It's a different way of using Divine Shield as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a strange one.
Just quickly going back to the draft, ETC and Anduin. Like I said, if they're going Light Bomb Anduin, we could start to see some CC chains coming out on a power slide here. Could be really aggressive, but then even that Anduin, the defensive ult, which name I have forgotten, when you're on ETC and you fail to get the mosh pit off or it gets interrupted, that Anduin ult can just completely save your team. And
yeah.
There's the Sonya Stukov.
Okay, I like it. Banned out Leo so that he can't out-soak Sonya, I suppose.
So the Lunara's banned, which is one of their top picked heroes. We could still see Jimmy picked up.
Yeah, I mean we saw him get slightly nerfed. The Exterminator.
Yeah, it just forces you back onto Ace Null, which is still very effective. And Blaze Fullstad.
Yeah.
I think that disengage on the Fullstad is going to be really helpful because that's when that Stukov root silence gets put down. Obviously, there's a lot of follow up there.
Yeah.
That Fullstad might just be able to kind of turn a fight around, give them a chance to reset it and have another go. Because, like I said, Team Ice Block, by the look of it, are going to be getting individual picks blow up on one person. So you are going to want to avoid that. And the same thing with the Blaze. Gives you that bunker option. Gives you that escape. So nice. I'll let you place your bet first. Hots DK has put all of his money on Team A, on Team Ice Block.
I don't think there's one draft that stands out for me. I think they're both competitive. I'm going to go with 31 APM purely because of the Falstad, and I think he's just such a good pick on this map. So, I mean, we lost with him the other day on this map, but let's not talk about that. But yeah,
okay.
And I like their front line as well. ETC Blaze combination with Vagina. Yeah.
I think their 31 APM comp, it's pretty exciting for like getting team wipes and stuff. But I think the Team Ice Block comp, if it's just that guaranteed. And
yeah, they can find picks and
you see it a bit less obviously in Div 4 than Div 3, where we're getting punished at the moment. But you just need that one kill to win the fight, win the objective, and obviously get yourself some map dominance. Yeah. So I'm a big fan of it as a strategy at the moment. So on the left team, we have Team Ice Block with Audrey on Greymane, Harnum on Kel'Thuz, Kamikaze on Sonya, Good Cop on Stukov, and Bogo on Garrosh.
And the red team, we have 31 APM, we have Humph on ETC, Gurkle on Jaina, Justia on Blaze, Phoenix on Falstad, and Zalandras on Anduin.
Now, with a name like Good Cop, how political can we get here?
Let's not. Let's instead talk about the small random chance of maps having snow on them, like this one right now.
Yes, and I got rain earlier, but I don't know if it was.
it was just a bit too warm, and the snow melted, maybe.
Snow melted. Well, I can't think what map I was on, but is this teasing the new hero?
Yes, it has to be something.
Or
someone just
very mistimed seasonal event.
Yeah. So we see Block Party coming out from ETC, which makes sense with Sonya Greymane. Got Seasoned Marksman, Falstad. You do see Bribestad quite often on this map, but going for that auto attack damage. Everything else looking fairly standard, right?
Yeah.
A lot of damage going out to Garrosh there, but he's able to get away. ETC taking quite a bit of damage in return, spreading the bomb. Team Ice making a start on the camp now.
Nice bit of aggression, trying to pick up the early kills, trying to slow rotations. Sonya coming down to mid to try to double soak. I guess she got a bit ahead on top against the Blaze. And yeah, like you said, Garrosh picking up that Greymane picking up that early camp. And 31 APM a little bit behind on the rotation, and we're potentially going to see another attempt at a gank. Greymane showing at the wrong time though. Done on Anduin, but that Garrosh getting absolutely punished again. ETC not spreading the bomb this time, and Team Ice Block are going to back out. They do have the camp in bot pushing in. Obviously 31 APM are about to get their own camp. So it's not the end of the world having lost that death early. Blaze picking up the soak in mid lane, and I think Sonya was considering getting the top camp, but because she was behind on the soak, deciding to leave it.
Yeah, so that camp getting good value on bots, taking out the gate and a tower, the side wall. 31 APM will look to push theirs in, but they might struggle.
I wouldn't necessarily be expecting to see the Garrosh losing his health quite as quickly as he has done. He's really struggling to survive the 2 engages. I know Jaina does good damage, but
yeah, the same can't be said of Falstad. Like auto attack Falstad comes online at 13 with Giant Killer. That's when he'll really start to chunk that Garrosh. But yeah, it's surprising to see him lose health so quickly early on.
And Garrosh not quite getting his throw combo off then, but they still got a lot of damage out on ETC. Teams going for the kind of usual, get the top 2 towers, contest the bottom 1. Blaze leaving his channel early, I think by accident, come down to mid. Greymane lucky to get out alive, so they pick up the ETC kill. Garrosh is needing a bit of healing love as well. Here it comes. So they need to push 31 APM out here. And not quite enough is being done to zone just yet. There's pressure on Falstad, forces him away. Blaze obviously having to retreat back to get that top tower. I think just from watching the mini-map, it looked like he just basically left it a split second before the channel was done.
Again, I did that the other day, I think. So I know the feeling. But I think they were lucky to get away with that. They could have lost more heroes and potentially lost all 3, so
yeah,
not too bad.
So, 1 kill each at this stage.
Yep, and
looking pretty neck and neck still. Been a couple mistakes made by each team. Some nice aggression as well from each team so far. I'm surprised at how much we are seeing the Sonya and the Blaze double soaking, while 31 APM kind of focusing on this bot lane early.
Just might see some more aggression here from Team Ice Block.
Got the Jaina. Doesn't get the stun on her again. but ETC being punished, and it's a race really on killing Garrosh or ETC the fastest, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sonya timing that rotation to join the fight quite well. She's going back to soak lane now, and it looks like Team Ice Block will just be looking to push bot again.
Just pointing out a slightly unusual choice on level 4 from Falstad. Going for, he went for Seasoned Marksman at 1, he's gone for Boomerang at 7, which is both fair enough, but he's gone for the Lightning Rod gives shields, which is... You normally see that with Bribestad, right?
Yeah. Unless you were going like full Lightning Rod, Bribestad, full Lightning Rod build.
Yeah.
Maybe, but even then, often it's not the best talent to pick.
Yeah. I pick some weird builds, so who am I to talk, right?
Yeah, it might actually be a bit of a reflection of, really playing quite aggressively.
Yeah.
Rather than kind of staying back and just healing up and going in. I'm going to need that shield because the fights are going to be fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So some really nice focus by 31 APM there to get the Garrosh kill early on. Every time he's tried to engage, they've just shut him down, haven't they?
Yeah, and Falstad played very aggressively then. The Garrosh went in, and as soon as the Garrosh was low health, before the kill was even secured, Falstad was barrel rolling in and attacking the back line on.
So Jaina's coming up here. They might have been looking for the gank on Kael'thas there, but they're just going to go for the top siege camp.
Yeah, I think they've scared Kael'thas out of lane and they're just going to settle for the camp, which will get them some nice value in top, put a bit of structure damage in. Yeah. Team Ice Block, by the looks of it, rotating back down to their bot lane. Still wanting... I guess the strategy is very much to look for picks as often as possible with that Garrosh, trying to punish teams double soaking. And they've been a bit unfortunate so far that actually you've seen the Blaze double soaking from top to mid rather than the 4-man rotating mid to bot that often.
Yeah.
So they haven't had that many options to get the picks. And when they have, things like the Garrosh combo not quite pulling off, or them just focusing down Garrosh faster than they can kill the ETC.
Yeah.
So it's not quite paid off yet. But I do like it as a nice aggressive strategy to play on this map.
So level 10s are in for both teams. No real surprises, not on the red team anyway. Mosh Pit, Ring of Frost, Light Bomb, some nice wombo potential there. With the Gusts in the bunker, to try and help keep them alive. Interestingly, on the blue team we see Leap from Sonya, so... Oh, nice dodge by the Falstad on bot there, nearly getting caught out by an aggressive Garrosh, but... Well-timed barrel roll.
Now the Sonya Leap, obviously if you get Stukov silence and slow or root on someone, you're going to see that Greymane and Sonya leap on them really quickly. So it's definitely going to be like single target blow up, but it relies on that kind of lockdown happening, and ideally being past the ETC onto something in the back line. There's the Light Bomb power slide.
Into the Mosh, interrupted by Kael'thas.
Ring of Frost goes down, and that is going to be a dead Garrosh. No, it's not a dead Garrosh. And instead, the bomb spreads, and ETC, Falstad, and Anduin all die. Sonya's going to pick up that camp if she doesn't get that Jaina. Yep. Yeah, so obviously, good job interrupting that Mosh when it went in. With having the Light Bomb as the engage, you're at kind of like high risk of that Mosh being able to go off. So yeah, they need to keep that in mind, keep someone there to interrupt the Mosh Pit, but yeah, you don't want to be grouped up and get the Living Bomb to spread, because it creates that chaos that then Greymane can jump on whoever's low and finish them off.
Yeah.
Customer Bullet missing the ETC, so they're not able to pick up the kill, but that silence will have scared the ETC for a little bit.
Yeah, well, they managed to clear out the sappers, so there's no threat there, but they will want to get this bottom keep back, which is at half health at the moment. Light Bomb on ETC catches the Garrosh.
Light Bomb a little bit too early. I think he maybe thought the ETC was going in when it wasn't quite decided on. Greymane coming up to soak, so they've got 3 people bot. I think they're going to give this tower back then. This Falstad barrels back to safety. And hello Garrosh, here comes the damage that you've been feeling all game so far. Every time you step forward, they're going to hurt you.
So this would be a good time for 31 APM to get this back. An even better time to get a Garrosh kill.
Nice throw on the ETC. Good silence as well,
Yeah.
just zoning them out. That expanding silence on this map is a very viable talent choice because obviously you do fight around so many choke points. And it's going to be a big pain for 31 APM.
Yeah. So 2 altars are up. Garrosh looks to be interested in the bottom one, but now he's going to come fight with his team. Mosh Pit is back up, so we could see another attempt here.
Silence. ETC is isolated. He's a bit overextended.
There's the light bomb. But he gets massive
It does
shoved.
go off. Sonya into the backline, so Blaze is in alone. Sonya's causing that bit of trouble. Ring of Frost saves the Jaina and brings down the Sonya, but Blaze falling at the same time because he was extended alone when the Sonya went in. And
both our flames going down.
4v4. That nice power slide. There's the Mosh on the Grey main. He gets saved by the Garrosh, and no kill picked up there. Volstagg ready to barrel to safety. And the tower goes the way of Team Ice Block, who are also going to get the bottom one.
Yeah, not if Volstagg has something to say about it. Oh,
too slow, surely.
Just too slow.
Just too slow, unlucky. Meanwhile, Garrosh was zoning out the ETC and the Anduin, obviously, who together don't have any real kill potential on it.
So what would you try and do now as 31 APM? So they're looking for that Mosh. Every team fight a light bomb into the Mosh, and Team Ice Block are positioning well. They know they've got enough interrupts to interrupt it. So do you try and engage with the Blaze perhaps, or do you just kill the Garrosh?
So I actually think that most of the time the issue's been that the light bomb's gone down before the ETC's ready to power slide in, or when the ETC's not quite sure of the engage.
Yeah.
So even like there, he did get 2 people stunned with it, but they were at like the max outer range of it. He wasn't in the middle of them.
Yeah.
If you had that timing just a little bit better, with then obviously the Blaze following up on that light bomb stun, you're easily going to get 4 of them in there. And yes, there's potential that someone else could interrupt that Mosh Pit, but even if that Mosh Pit's up for half a second, that should be enough time to put out enough damage to kill someone important on the team. So you've got to be making sure when that Mosh Pit gets called and it's going in, that you know who you're going to be focusing with that while they're distracted interrupting the Mosh Pit. Because you don't have to get a full duration Mosh to get value out of it at all.
No. So we're finally going to see some Volstagg global value here, as he's going to channel the top right altar. So hopefully we'll see a nice quick fight from 31 APM as soon as he gets down here.
Yeah, I mean, Sonya's got to get that and start running. Volstagg's actually same timing on it. So Volstagg's going to be engaged from Blaze in bot. He bunkers to save himself.
Mosh Pit was put on a 10-second cooldown because of the massive shove. Interrupted a bit too quickly, perhaps, but two altars for 31 APM there. Jaina managed to get the channel.
Yeah. Gosh, not getting the throw.
Sonya jumps in with him.
As they focus the Garrosh, Sonya jumps in and actually turns it into a gank going the other way. I think both teams lucky to walk away there with no deaths. And realistically, nothing to be fought over right there. So both teams just basically took the engage because they thought they could get a kill. Yeah, I've not seen Garrosh using Indomitable once.
And he has picked it, we can confirm.
Yeah. And
aggression here from Team Ice Block. Nice silence on the ETC, but the light bomb might save him. Oh no, the massive shove saves him and Garrosh does go down. Sonya's in a bad position, she gets moshed.
Yeah, and that's mosh value. Like, you don't need to get those 5-man moshes. That guarantees a kill. At level 17, that's Sonya out the game for 40 seconds. So certainly late game now, if you use a mosh and it just gets you 1 kill, it's well worth having.
Yeah. It's a good time to get it as well. Garrosh and Sonya won't be back for this objective, or only just, so
great time for 31 APM. They're going to get this bottom tower. They're going to get their top objective.
Falstad's in trouble here. Ooh. He saved himself so many times with that barrel roll, it's always perfectly timed.
Yeah, you can tell he's an experienced Falstad player. He's always like thinking about that escape. Now Stukov is going to fall here 100%. There's just too much CC for him to be able to save himself. They got baited by that Falstad, and then they had 4-man just rotating
aggressive
up behind
Falstad as he goes for the gust.
Oh,
it misses. Unlucky.
He doesn't guess it, and he is going to pay a price for that, surely.
Light bomb saves him. Perfect light bomb. It hit 3 people, gave him a nice big shield.
You don't want Blaze there, not right now. And Blaze gets out.
Yeah, they did manage to get the objective, so well played by 31 APM. It looked like they were on the back foot earlier, but they're really clawing their way back into this game.
Yeah, that double kill before that objective completely swung the game in their favour now.
Yeah.
So it's Team Ice Block to do something to get themselves back in it now.
Surprised to see them go for the top camp rather than invading their opponent's sappers on the bottom, but...
Yeah, I think they're very much thinking about macro, using the kind of like Falstad and the globals. I guess not really taking fights that they don't have to take. Because don't forget, we've seen the initiation come very often from Team Ice Block. They are, like, it's generally Team Ice Block looking to get a kill with a Garrosh throw. And it's just backfired on them quite often. Blaze going back to his double soaking ways.
Team Ice Block looking like they want to fight here before their opponents get to 20.
Okay, Indomitable used to try to get that throw, so that's back on cooldown. Wasn't able to get the engage, so they are going to back out, and I think they're just going to try to get bottom, surely.
Yeah, I mean, 31 APM might be able to get level 20 before the objective
There's
here.
the power slide, there's the light bomb. Garrosh has saved himself for now. Doesn't get out, throws the ETC in. Sonya does cause a lot of chaos in the back line, but she's died for it.
ETC had less than 200 health there, but Greymane couldn't finish him off.
They do steal both towers, so despite losing the fight, they get the objectives. You can argue it was worth it, but you're level 18 fighting into level 20 now, and you are going to struggle to defend this bottom tower. They're sending Jaina to get the sappers. That's going to reduce their ability to push in now, but you've got 25 seconds before Sonya's back, so they'll still be able to push these sappers in, I think.
Yeah, he Torbus from ETC, but he won't be using it anytime soon because he's been shoved back to his own fort. Falstad's holding his level 20. He's going for Wind Tunnel, so we might see some plays there as they take this bottom keep.
There's the stun on Greymane. Keep goes down.
So, would you be expecting this middle keep with your level 20 advantage, or?
I mean, yeah, I like the sapper invade. That was just I would just focus bot. I'd try to force them to fight you bot and try to get another kill bot.
Yeah, I mean they've got all the heroics up, so.
Power slide lands on Greymane. There's again, I think just bad communication there on the light bomb.
Oh, nice wind tunnel on the Greymane,
but
Anduin went down. So
Anduin goes down, but they get the Garrosh kill. It was a really nice wind tunnel there. I think they just need to make sure that it's the ETC asking for the light bomb rather than the Anduin giving it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Falstad needs to be careful here. There's a Sonya about.
I think Sonya needs to be careful here because she is about to be collapsed.
So Kael'thas gets the left channel, so...
Is this going to be another case of them accepting a death in order to get the objective?
Quite possibly 300 health from Sonya, but she's getting out alive as Falstad channels the right objective.
I mean,
oh no, she...
Yes, Greymane, that is nice. Good curse bullet, goes in, kills the Jaina. Good silence stopping the ETC, and I think they should just be happy with that, trading the Sonya for the Jaina. That's all right. That's
Yeah.
a favourable trade for them at this stage.
So only 4 points left on the core of 31 APM, so the boss is always an option for Team Ice Block now, so 31 APM are going to be looking over their shoulder all the rest of this game at the boss. I mean, they're going to take it now, which is probably a good decision, but
yeah,
it's always worrying when you're...
I think it's well worth them taking the boss now, even though you could potentially get invaded. It means they don't have to be constantly worrying that the other team's just going to do a boss play. So it takes that macro decision away from the other team. Now, Anton saying that they could have forced the dive on bot because the forts aren't as strong now. It's exactly what I said. I played a lot of matches today, and people aren't used to the fact that the keeps are weaker again now. So people really aren't playing as aggressive as they can do. Nice throw from the Garrosh. I thought there could have been a bit of follow-up on that, seeing as they have the keep coming in as well. If you get that throws now with Garrosh where you can potentially stun the whole team with them, that's a really nice way of initiating, is stop throwing that ETC into your own team and just
so we're going to see a 5v4 here.
And we are going to see this living bomb spreading like mad. Goodbye, Team APM. Yeah. Places not to take a fight against this comp where you have that huge Stukov silence with the living bomb and Garrosh to just make sure you stay grouped up. And there goes Fullstad. Tried using the wind tunnel to escape. It is GG. Well played by both teams. That's going to be a little bit sour for 31 APM, definitely.
Yeah, I thought they were on the road to victory at one point there, but...
They did a really good job to come back into that game. They did get themselves ahead. And yeah, I mean, just a huge team wipe at the end guaranteeing it. And obviously, the winning the fights but losing the objectives was quite costly to them as well, where they'd pick up most of the kills, but someone would sneak the channel and get the towers. So even though they were ahead on level, ahead on XP, yeah, couldn't quite win the objectives, unfortunately.
Yeah, kills equal on 12 to 12, so yeah, I think could have gone either way. That, I mean, interesting to see that Greymane didn't die once.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, because he definitely looked in trouble a lot. To be honest, it was the Blaze bunker. There was a ring of frost going down quite often when the Greymane went in. So it was more, I guess, that he wasn't able to get kills when he went in because they did a lot to shut him down. Rather than necessarily actually focusing him to kill him. They just shut down the mobility or gave their allies an escape route.
So, 31 APM have opted for map pick, and they are going to take us to Volskaya.
Their favourite map. So, both teams will, at the end of this game, have played on their preferred maps. They both came with quite nice, clear strategies for Towers of Doom.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm obviously going to expect 31 APM to have a nice strategy for Volskaya now because they have picked it a few times. Team Ice Block have avoided Volskaya so far this season, I believe. Yeah, they've not played on it yet.
Last season, just having a quick look, they picked it 3 times last season, and it picked against them once, and they only won 1 of those matches, so definitely not their strongest map, but see how they get on here.
We have to see how it goes. I am
to the lobby.
But that said, because Volskaya, I mean, there's a lot of macro decisions to be made on this map, but again, you're fighting away from lane generally. It's quite team fight focused, so you can borrow strategies from things like Towers of Doom and obviously reuse them. The kind of big changes, it's not choke points, it's wide open lanes. So things like Diablo comps and big AoE stun blow up things aren't as good here. So we'll see how it goes. We saw obviously Lunara was banned against Team Ice Block in the last game. and this would probably be one of, if you're a Nunara player, this is a good map to get her on. So
Definitely.
they might be hoping it gets let through this time. Is there any target bans you would take away from that last game?
Oh, tough one. Possibly like I said, maybe the Greymane, only because he got some good value, he got some good kills we saw towards the end there, and he didn't die once the whole match.
Yeah, I mean the Kel'Thuzad was pretty impactful, but I think this isn't his best map. So yeah, I kind of agree with you. It would be the Greymane. From 31 APM side, kind of think. I mean, the Anduin seemed to have done quite a good job, but
I felt like the ETC and the Anduin both did well, but then it was just the synergy between the light bomb and the
slight mistimings on it.
Yeah, alone both good, but together didn't quite work out.
Yeah.
But yeah, then the Falstad seemed unkillable at times with some amazing escapes, and there was some good gusts in there as well. So maybe not the best Falstad map, but
as our team's ETC player, I really want to know why I never get Light Bomb Anduin.
it doesn't work. We just saw it. That's why.
No, but it looks fun.
Maybe we'll play some after this.
I mean, actually, I'd quite like it with the Leap Sonya on your team as well. So you get Power Slide, Light Bomb, Leap, and then you get your Mosh off.
Yeah.
Perfect, right?
Right. What could go wrong?
Easy, foolproof plan. Let's do it in quick match, and then when it works in quick match, feel really confident, try it in Div 3, and die horribly.
Yes. That sounds like a good plan. I'll look forward to it.
Sounds like how we try every comp.
Yep.
Okay, so it looks like both teams are ready.
Yeah. So we didn't see anything in that first game that was buffed in last night's patch, did we? Or if we did, it wasn't anything major. Am I right? Think of was buffed. I was wondering if we are going to see anything that people have going to take advantage of.
The stuff that was buffed was a lot of stuff that people don't play.
Yeah, so I think we'd notice if it was.
I mean, what did we get excited? I'm trying to think. There was Cassia buff.
Genji.
Ufa, level 20.
Lost Vikings.
From tank perspective, Anduin. Jesus, why? From a tank perspective, main tank Anduin. It's going to be my new thing I'm pushing.
Tyrael.
Nubarak was what I was going to say. But, I mean, not hugely impactful. Was Tyrael buffed?
He had some changes. It was to talents, so I've not played enough Tyrael recently to know if they're just bad talents that have been buffed.
I don't think it was anything that it was like smite talents and stuff that you don't pick. So yeah, there was nothing there that particularly excited me. Stitch's got some more health, but you know, I never get to play Stitches despite having the best hooks you've ever seen.
Do we see the same bans coming out from each team? Johanna Mal'Ganis for the first round.
Yeah.
What will we see here?
I don't know why Team Icebox is so scared of that, Johanna. I suppose where they're looking to they focused that ETC a lot last game. And obviously, if your strategy is around like, hey, we can kill the tank pretty quickly, then Johanna's not the tank to try that on, I guess.
So a bit of respect for the Blaze, not wanting to come up against that again.
Yeah.
And respect for the Sukhov. But that does leave Nunara open.
Completely understandable from both teams. That Blaze able to counter engage, but also obviously that bunker to escape. I didn't see huge bunker value, but it did get the odd person out of trouble. And yeah, those Stukov silences. Like I said, this is a bigger map, so it's more open. So you're going to get less value with those Stukov silences, but it's still a fear. So I think we might see Malfurion picked up instead, because you throw onto the Malfurion routes. I mean, it's an equally large area,
Yeah.
So, Anduin Jaina again.
All very samey, Garrosh, and then Jaina Anduin in response.
Now, I would really be looking to take or get rid of this ETC option for them, because their other main tank is Diablo, and Diablo on this map is terrible.
Yeah, and you don't really want to Diablo against Garrosh, because you kind of charge in and then he can just throw you even further in.
Yeah.
So if your team's not there to follow you, then you could be in trouble.
The other thing is, when you misplace the Diablo, you've got your Unstoppable, so he can't charge you back to get out, because you just pop Unstoppable.
Yeah.
As Garrosh, and then Diablo charges into you and goes nowhere.
Zul'jin Whitemane coming out for Team Ice Block, so Whitemane incredibly strong, according to me, and I think that's widely accepted, but she's just a bit... You have to put a bit more effort in to feel how strong she is. And a good map for Zul'jin, I'd say. All the maps, you can do a decent job of stacking, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're particularly looking rotating as a 4-man. They like to interrupt rotations and look for fights, so you can try to stack that Zul'jin pretty quickly.
There's a Diablo ban.
So we're going to see ETC again, right?
Yeah, I think they're just saying, okay, we'll happily kill ETC again.
Yeah, because they obviously don't mind just focusing the ETC. What level does the Whitemane pick up her route at?
16. So,
oof.
Yeah, they're lacking a bit of crowd control early in this draft.
So what do they pick up as their other DPS?
They need crowd control, I think, because of that Sonya.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Maybe Kael'thas again. I know it's not his best map, but they played it well last time, and
yeah, it's not his best map, but he played it well. He was top damage last one. The
okay.
Did the timer hit 0? Was that maybe not a deliberate choice? Solo lane Muradin?
I guess so. I mean, it's crowd control, and I just said they needed it, so...
It's a lot of crowd control. It can deal with the Sonya when she jumps in. It also gives you really good setup for the Li Ming. So, yeah, I don't hate it. And Lunara.
Sorry, I might be getting mixed up. Was it Team Ice Block who play Lunara?
Yeah, it's Team Ice Block that play Lunara, not 31 APM. So, who knows? The previous picks in other matches has not helped us here at all. Where's your money?
I can't bet on the solo lane Muradin. If it works, that's great, and I'll enjoy it. But
he's going to get so. And you put the Lunara against him, right?
I mean, even Sonya.
I mean, Sonya can win, but Lunara can fucking punish him. Like, she can clear that wave quickly. She can poke down towers. That Muradin cannot touch her because she just hops around away from him. I mean, the Sonya will also just win, provided he doesn't interrupt the spin to win every time. Wait, so pretty much. Oh god! Don't close betting before I bet. I need to take more points off you.
Be quick. Be quick, and then tell us who we have on the blue team.
So on the blue team, with the best solo laner ever imaginable, we have Team Ice Block with Audrey playing Zul'jin, Tarnum playing Li Ming, Kamir Kaze playing Muradin, Good Cop playing Whitemane, and Bogo playing Garrosh.
And on the red side, we have 31 APM. We have Humph on ETC, Gurkle on Jaina again, Zalandra's on Anduin again, Phoenix on Lunara, and Justia on Sonya.
So what's the change from last game? The Lunara. What was it last game?
And Lunara getting picked off. I was looking at talents, not blue team. Wondering if that was lag. Was it lag? I didn't.
What happened? Did you just walk into them?
It kind of. That's what I think. That's what happened. Like I said, I was just looking at the talents and Twitch chat.
I also was looking at talents. Yeah, not quite sure what to say there, other than Lunara got deleted instantly. Muradin is against Sonya in bottom lane.
So
ETC is thrown in, and receiving his first bit of damage.
And Tom pointing out, Volskaya solo lane not that important, it's just more about the XP soak, which is true. I won't argue with that. But I'm thinking more of like macro and, sending someone to soak. They don't really have that wave clear. And
getting camps is going to be a bit of a pain for Team Ice Block, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you just send the Zul'jin at the
Muradin,
or?
Yeah, I guess you have to, and then obviously that just can harm the Zul'jin a bit.
Yeah.
That's less time for him to get stacks, but we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, she ran into the towers. That's how much attention we were paying there.
Yeah.
I mean, they've picked up the turret quickly. They're getting the healing camp because they know that it's not going to be contested. So good powers of observation, paying attention to where the other team is.
Yeah, very nice.
I'm not quite sure about that Wisp position. I guess you can see the rotation.
So yeah, on the flip side, so we're talking about blue team perhaps struggling to get camps. So the red team, they have Nature's Calling on Lunara, so she'll melt camps. They have Jaina as well, who obviously put out some big damage on them. So hopefully we'll see some nice quick camp, captures from the red team. And
we're already seeing that Lunara value in that the Wisp is just scouting out the ganks on the rotation. So where the entire strategy is essentially Garrosh stops the rotation and throws someone in to get a kill, Lunara can just keep putting the Wisp there and go, okay, let's just avoid that, or let's try to kill the Garrosh. Here he comes again. He's going to throw ETC again. No, gets the unstoppable. He's chasing Anduin. I don't really know if he has enough follow-up, though. Throw goes out on the ETC. I think that was an accident because the ETC walked into him.
I was going to say, I think that was nice by DTC. It looked like he was trying to hug him to get that throw, so well played there to save the Anduin.
100%. And, I mean, even if you threw the Anduin, you only have the Li Ming to follow up, and if you throw something in the face of Li Ming, it actually makes it a bit harder for her to land some decent damage. Zul'jin's kept alive. We've got 3 versus 5 in mid. Muradin's starting to come up now. Li Ming just tidying up top lane and going to come once they've got a bit more XP. So I think we're going to see the real fight once they hit level 7, which Team Ice Block have done. Hit level 7, Li Ming's coming down. They're going to force the fight just as 31 APM hits level 7. So see how they perform at picking their talents whilst fighting. Turret goes down perhaps a little bit too early. Jaina just trying to poke that down.
The turret's back up on the right hand side, so 31 APM could look to get that. Finish off that turret, and then they're going to have a turret. 2 turrets?
31 APM are soaking all 3 lanes at the moment.
Yeah, they could go into this fight with 2 turrets and a healing camp, so...
Muradin's just gone to bot. Sonya looks like she's actually coming up to join the fight. And here they come. Wisp's gone out to clear Sonya's way to come in to help. Power side on the Zul'jin. Garrosh and Zul'jin both taking a lot of damage. Garrosh is going to fall here, though. That was a nice route from Anduin.
Whitemane keeping him alive for a long time.
By the power of Whitemane. She did keep him alive longer than perhaps he deserved. It was a nice route from the Anduin. But yeah, and there goes obviously most of Whitemane's mana as well.
Nice turret grab there from the red team. They could have... I don't know, would it have been too aggressive to see them quickly take their opponent's turret there when they got the Garrosh kill, or... Because they do have some fast camp clear.
Yeah, they could have gone aggressive. I mean, the healing camp is still going to favour them a bit. Anton just talking about Muradin's build, and it does actually raise a good... Muradin's going, like, main tank build. Garrosh is getting punished again. They're tanking that turret damage a lot. That turret's been poking Garrosh the entire fight. Power slide kills the Garrosh, but then ETC dies himself. Sonya killing Whitemane. Muradin getting out with a sliver of health. Li Ming still wants to fight. She's got that.
Yeah, she's looking for that reset.
Yeah, glory of resets in mind, and obviously not wanting to give them that protector. Yeah, I think main tank Muradin build is perhaps a bit of a bad choice. You could have gone like assassin build, get the hammer talents, destroy turrets immediately with any of his Qs. I'm not seeing anything else particularly shocking. Not the ETC talents I would pick.
Oh, Jaina is in a lot of trouble here. She gets a nice Ring of Frost, but the team aren't there to follow up.
Yeah, really nice Ring of Frost. And actually, Lunara did manage to spread quite a lot of damage there to the team. But yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah. That's where the Grosh value comes in, really.
So we see Holy Word Salvation coming out from Anduin this time, so they're not going for the Light Bomb ETC this time.
Well, oh, nice power slide. This Grosh is in trouble. Good taunt back, and Grosh self-healing gets him out as well as obviously the right main.
Divine Reckoning healing him up nicely there.
With going for the Holy Word on Anduin, I did say just before the start of the last game, it's a really nice option when you think there's potential of that mosh pit getting interrupted.
Oh, Freeman mosh. Li-Ming interrupts it though.
There's the interrupt. Holy Word, when it gets interrupted, you know that team is then committed to the counter engage. It just shuts down that counter engage when they interrupt the mosh so well. And because they've just used their interrupts on the mosh, you then struggle to interrupt the Anduin. So it can be really effective. And that's kind of where I would be looking to see it, is when you know the mosh has just been interrupted, they're counter engaging, and it just shuts that down.
That's some good thinking. Why don't we do that?
Because I want Anduin Light Bomb now. Also, I'm not a support player, so I don't suggest these things.
Blue team taking their turret.
31 APM have been really diligent at getting camps, haven't they?
Yeah, we could see them go for the healing camp again here. 2 a bot for blue team, so...
Yeah. The 2 from the bot are coming up, but they won't seen that yet. So I do think they're going to go for the fight here. Oh, hello, Sonya. Sonya, Muradin misses the hammer, gets power slide, gets killed by 31 APM, throws the Sonya in. There's the Ring of Frost.
Nice Holy Word.
Yeah, Holy Word, completely healing his team back up. Garrosh falls. Zul'jin taking a bit of damage, but obviously the tower saving him.
Really nice fight from 31 APM there, and they should be able to pick up the healing now, just in time for the objective.
Yeah, and like we said, they're getting the camps. They're very good at getting the camps, so as soon as they win the fight, that's the first thing they look to do.
Yep.
Pick up the healing, get their siege camp, start pushing top, soften it up for the objective.
Yeah, I mean, when Jaina did go down earlier, they did manage to get the fountain with the first objective, so that will make this a bit easier for them.
When the Muradin died quite early in the fight, I think Team Ice Block might have done well to just leave the fight at that stage, rather than kind of trying to continue it.
Yeah, as we saw Muradin going down, I realised that he'd gone for Haymaker instead of Avatar, so yeah, has kind of gone into that. He's not going full main tank Muradin, not quite, but...
Well, so I think... So he's got the basic attack stun, he's got the Haymaker. I think he's thinking about shutting down that Sonya when she goes in on the back line.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Obviously, and she's not gone leap, so kind of defeats the point. But she leaps in, you Haymaker back out, and just, no thanks. Go back to your team. But also with the continuous stuns that he can throw out, he will be able to CC her a lot.
Tazdingo and Divine Reckoning.
And Jaina falls.
Loses
Sonya's
the turret.
Of pressure in the back. There's the Holy Word, healing the team back up. They're 4v5 now, but they are putting a lot of pressure on Garrosh. Li-Ming also took a lot of damage from Lunara then and had to back out. So they did a good job after losing that Jaina to still kind of almost win that fight, put a lot of pressure on Team Ice Block and force them to back. Neither team standing on point right now. We get a pause. Gosh.
Yeah, and they did manage to pick up that turret that Jaina dropped. And get that put down, so they didn't lose that overall. So yeah, a little disconnect on the side of Team Ice Block here. The Garrosh leaving the game. So let's flip the scene and not talk about which camps are up just yet. But there are some camps up, perhaps the teams could certainly look at getting.
Yeah, they kind of immediately after that fight, both teams' reaction were back, heal up, tap, kind of take their time to regroup. So I don't think anyone immediately thought we need to get the objective, we need to get to camp. Everyone was just thinking, oh god, let's get myself fight ready again.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we're now going to see certainly one of the teams picking up one of their turret camp, and then we are going to regroup for a fight back in top lane.
Yeah. Let's sift through the talents. No cleanse from Whitemane. I would have expected to see it against an ETC in, an Anduin. Right, okay, teams are ready.
Yeah.
Back into the match. So yeah, both turrets are available on bot, so red team moving towards theirs. They could even look to steal their opponents here if they see them top. It looks like they're going to do that.
Yeah, they're going to do that.
They've got the big wave mid as well to kind of help scout, so...
They had the time during the pause to discuss that. Lunara's damage to camps is ridiculous because she's got the increased damage to non-heroes. Lunara's going to grab some soaking bot as well. They've got the advantage on the objective, so I guess they knew they could kind of take their time and do a bit of macro.
Here. Garrosh going for the defensive throw.
Yeah, delaying the rotation rather than looking for the fight. And here comes the 5-man engage.
Yep, they're going to hit level 16 very soon.
Items in favour of 31 APM. I guess that's what gives them the confidence to just walk in on point now.
Yeah. And there's a small window here where Team Ice Block can fight before 16. But that time is running out slowly.
Nice job from Garrosh grouping up the enemy team, but nothing to follow up on it. You want to see
31
it,
APM
coming in there.
31 APM have to get on the objective here. They can't get distracted by that Muradin. Oh, big damage on the Garrosh there. He's got a nice taunt out, and the Divine Reckoning's keeping him alive.
He saves the Whitemane. Muradin picking up the kill on Anduin with the help of Zul'jin, but ETC's power slide going back on the Whitemane.
Ring of Frost hits the Muradin, he goes down.
And Lunara securing that Garrosh kill as well. He's got nothing to heal off there.
I think the turrets were very impactful there. Muradin he got that kill, like you said, on the Anduin, but then he had 2 turrets. Just
focusing him down. And it can be a lot of damage, and it's a lot of damage that people don't necessarily realise is hitting him. They're actually initially, the turrets, just rewatching it, they were focusing that Zul'jin, and it was the turrets that actually forced the Zul'jin to use his Tazdingo. And then while he was doing that, because the Whitemane overextended to try to help him, the kill then gets secured on the Whitemane. So yeah, the objective goes the way of 31 APM. They have a level and a half lead at the moment, and they will be able to extend that, focusing on, well, going back to mid, going to bot, making their mind up. I think they're going to get that bot well. That's got to be their focus.
I mean, during that last fight, I noticed Mosh Pit and Holy Word Salvation did get interrupted, both to a 10-second cooldown. So, they still managed to come out on top, so that was well played by them.
Lunara's double soaking by the looks of it. Staying a bit passive. You really want Lunara pushing, because she's like a ridiculous amount of damage to structures at the moment.
Yeah, so they're taking the mid fort.
That's nice. They got the towers in bot, they got the well.
Nice taunt on Lunara.
Holy Word saving her, but it gets interrupted. Li Ming finishes off the Lunara. Muradin in the back line, but...
Big Mosh, but it does get interrupted.
And Muradin's rooted, and he is getting focused by the tower, but manages to jump back to safety. That fight went really nicely for Team Ice Block there.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as they got that route on the taunt on the Lunara.
Can see some aggression here.
Everything tried to defend them. Muradin jumping in. Too slow to get the turret. ETC's in the back line, but he's going to be able to get himself out. And unfortunately not able to interrupt that camp. Quite some nice aggression. So they're now going to have to settle for their own turret and possibly then look towards siege camps for the next objective. Good news. Unlike last cast, Girlfriend has managed to let herself in, and I do not need to abandon you.
Oh, fantastic. I'm very happy to hear that.
Not locked out this time. And
so blue team putting a bit of pressure on bottom and red team responding rotation. Anduin gets thrown in.
Yeah,
taking a lot of damage.
Trying to focus the Anduin down. There's the taunt. Muradin jumps on Anduin to finish him off. Haymaker's the ETC out. Lunara's trying to punish them a bit, but she is alone.
Li Ming gets the kill. Resets popping. Oh, Jaina and Lunara lucky to get out. Very aggressive Ming play, but she was getting some good value there.
Yeah, Lunara was fighting 4 of Team Ice Block, and while she was doing that, Li Ming just went, yeah, okay, by myself, I'll pick up a Sonya kill.
I mean, Garrosh was taking a lot of tower damage there. He was lucky to get out, but well played by Team Ice Block. And they're going to force the healing camp now with their numbers advantage.
It's nice to see Team Ice Block going for the healing camp. It's kind of one of the first times you see them take the initiative on getting items before the fight. So far it's been 31 APM turning up with every item under the sun, really.
Yeah. So 31 APM at level 21st. As Sonya gets back, you would think they would try and be aggressive and take advantage of their talent lead.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the objective is spawning. You got 30 seconds. Try to force a fight and see what you can get. You definitely want, like, in this next 20 seconds, you want to start a fight somehow.
Yeah, there's no camps to fight over, so it might be difficult. I mean, blue team camps back off and, let them channel the objective for a good percentage and then get 20 themselves and then fight, but you'll see. Garrosh is positioning aggressively, he's looking for that sort of poor rotation, but 31 APM keeping safe behind the forts.
Yeah. I think where your strategy is very much built around looking for picks on rotations and stuff, if Team Ice Block just haven't been fortunate enough to get those.
Yeah, so nice aggression by Team Ice Block, and 31 APM not just channeling the objective, they're responding to it. Trying to get that B20 fight. Nice.
One man Mosh, well worth it. Gets the Muradin kill, and he power slides with the Mosh, I think, just because it's there as an option.
Yep.
You mean poking them down on the rotation. Now, they're able to go down and get that bot objective. And
I'd like to see them get this turret
as well.
I'd like to see them get this turret first, then the fort, and then the objective. I think that looks like what they're going to do.
Garrosh was not expecting them to be getting his turret, and had a little shock when he walked around that corner.
3 turrets and a healing item for 31 APM. They're in a very good position here. Team Ice Block have 1 healing item and 1 turret, so not too bad.
Li Ming's still soaking, so I think that's clear intention to say we're not going to take the fight until Muradin's back now. And that is going to cost them the fort, but you got Li Ming pushing in lanes on 2 forts instead. So if they can wither the storm with the next protector, they'll have obviously value elsewhere on the map as a result of this. But Muradin's back, Li Ming's going to be coming down, and they will be looking to get the fight before 100% is reached.
You see Sonya moving to mid. They need to be careful here. That
bad timing, I think, to be heading to mid with with the other team now looking to invade. So this could work in their favour, or we could end up with
trouble. No, she's okay.
We could end up with a Sonya now coming in on the back line, but nope, she goes out around to safety. They're regrouping as 5, and they're going to take the fight on their terms rather than letting Team Ice Block run at them. The Wisp again scouting out the Garrosh and stopping him getting the ganks he wants. Oh, they've got time, and they are going to get the healing camp.
Very good play. They're going to have 5 items going into this fight.
2 healing camps, 3 turrets. I mean,
use them wisely, and I don't think you can lose this fight.
They've had good
Forget to
turret
pick them
value
up,
so
and
far.
maybe.
They forgot to communicate that there's only one person to pick it up.
Hey guys, we have too many items. The turret's up, but they can't pick it up.
I think Jaina was thinking about getting it, and possibly someone had to point that out that they can't pick it up. There's the Wisp scouting out the Muradin. Turret goes down early from Jaina, and the healing from
Muradin's taking so much damage in the back line.
Muradin
He goes
in
down.
the back line did not think about saving himself
Mosh
there.
pit, but Zul'jin gets conveyor belted out of it.
White
Big
Main's
damage
gone.
on White Main.
Here goes Garrosh now. Li Ming throwing her orbs in, but it's not enough with 2 healing wells and holy words. Look at those turrets just going around on that treadmill as well.
Yeah.
That is going to be the Protector going the way of 31 APM. You've got a Zul'jin and a Li Ming defending, but 40 seconds on most of their teammates coming back. I don't know if they're going to be able to put out enough damage to put off this Protector.
It's going to be close. Turret. They've got Lunara damage, that'll help melt the structures.
Another turret picked up by 31 APM. And at this stage, obviously pointing out this was 31 APM's map, I think the Lunara was the strategy. They get every item as soon as it spawns, and they just pay attention to the macro.
Yeah, I think they could do with his kill on the Zul'jin if they can manage it here. He's been quite safe now, but...
Yeah, because he can hurt that Protector.
Yeah.
Particularly with having Tazadinga.
I think if they focus the core here, they have got it.
Yeah. Zul'jin focusing the turret, so that lets the Protector get a bit more damage out. He's now hitting the Protector. White Mane goes in. Lunara gets absolutely deleted, but it's not going to be enough. The Protectors after level 20 just do so much.
Yeah, you need to sort of mess up not to win there, and
yeah,
but they kept the composure and they
did not. They just went, let's just hit the core, end the game.
Yeah,
I mean, it was items, wasn't it? I think it's fair to say they turned up to every fight with superior items. They just did that macro, picked up everything as soon as it spawned, and won the fights.
Yeah, very nicely played by 31 APM. So I'm excited now. So as we pointed out, the last 3 matches, so they've not won a match this season, but the last 3 they've won a map. So here's the moment of truth.
Turn it around. You can get 2. Come on. I'm actually quite interested to see what map we go to next, because all of the preferred maps have been picked or banned now. So the favourite ones for each of the teams are gone. So they're going to be picking something a little less comfortable. Which should mean that, because both games have gone the way of the people that are map pick. They picked their maps, they played their strategy on the map, and they won.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'd strongly expect Team Iceblock to take map pick here, like you say, but
let's go to neutral ground and see how the teams do.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a 3-minute break. The teams agreed. I'm gonna get a drink. Are you get?
I'm
do you need a minute?
Quickly take a minute.
Okay, I have a Be Right Back screen that I've not used yet, so stick with us, everyone. We'll be back for the third
rare
map.
Opportunity, and then we'll come back with your interesting fact, right?
Yes, we'll be back in just a minute.
What a tease! Right, I'll be right back.
we're back. Out to Yemek just for the moment. 31 APM who called for the break are back, so should see soon if Team Ice Block are going to opt for the first pick or the map pick. Having a think here. So as we mentioned, I wouldn't be surprised to see them take the map. Just because of the sort of contrast between the maps that these two teams have picked so far. And now we see the Dragonshire pick up.
Dragonshire?
Dragonshire.
Okay. I mean, we're not going to see a solo lane mode on this one, right?
It would be surprising.
And it was picked by Team Ice Block.
Yes, is that one of their favoured maps? You were on top of maps today.
I was on top of maps today. However, it's been picked 0 times by them so far.
And what about 31 APM? Have they played it at all?
No, they haven't.
Okay, so perhaps something that Team Ice Block have been practicing. Scrims, perhaps. So I would expect to see them come into this with a clear strategy that they've been working on.
And do you know what that strategy is going to be, Poppin?
What? Please tell me.
Ganking people on rotations. That's why they picked Dragon. Surely, it's every time, again? Every map. It's been somewhere where the 4-man rotates between lanes. If they don't try that again, I'll be so surprised. But it hasn't really worked for them in the last 2 games, right?
I think 31 APM have just punished the Garrosh so well.
Yeah. Or you had the Lunara Wisp in the last game that was just scouting him out every time. So I will be a little bit disappointed if that is their strategy again, because the other team know that's your strategy, and they're taking steps to counter it. But then again, 31 APM have basically run the same comp 2 games in a row, with the one change being the Lunara, which gave them the opportunity to pick up items very quickly in the last game.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll have to see.
But that'll be interesting.
I mean, perhaps Garrosh doesn't pick up the extra throw length on level 1. So perhaps you could go for something like that and really get that ETC into trouble, throw him that little bit further, and see if that makes a difference, because he's not had the best of luck getting the stun combo on his throws.
Yeah, we might even see the ETC banned this time. We expected it last map, and they decided to ban the Diablo instead. But
I probably would ban that. ETC escaped death a lot in both games, actually.
Yeah. And we could see the Falstad again from 31 APM.
They keep banning the Johanna, and I don't know really. I mean, yes, you can't focus the Johanna, but you can focus other stuff. And that Johanna then isn't that good at countering you.
Yeah, and probably one of the few weaknesses she has is being thrown in by Garrosh. If you time it right when she's used her unstoppable, she can take a lot of damage.
That unstoppable doesn't have to be an engage every time. It can be either a disengage or just like an option to stop someone being able to disengage. So you wait until you know they're about to try backing, and that's when you throw them.
Yeah.
What's that band?
Organisan, yeah, Falstad. Falstad, I think, is really strong on this map, so a good choice there. Does that mean they're going to leave the Johanna open? Or are they just teasing us and they're going to ban it second?
What was their other ban both times?
First game it was Zul, second game it was a Respect ban, it was Blaze.
I would probably ban the Blades again. He's pretty good on this. He's a good off-lane option.
He can be beaten in the off-lane though, can't he?
Yeah, but he was pretty effective in the team fights.
I think maybe it could be like a third ban, I would say. I wouldn't ban it this early.
I'm not surprised to see the Stukov ban again, because he is very good at fighting around the objectives on this map.
There's ETC ban. So are we going to see an immediate Johanna? Have they been waiting for this Johanna to be available?
but they also play Diablo, and this isn't
Yep.
a bad. I mean, it's not the best Diablo map. Viable. Diablo Light Bomb could be a thing.
It could definitely be a thing. There's Johanna. So where Team Ice Block right to ban this out in the first 2 maps, we'll find out.
And there's going to be a certain element of they banned it twice. Like, let's just take it because they don't like it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, do you know what I mean? But maybe them allowing it through is them saying we're not going to go Garrosh again. We're not trying this strategy. We're trying something else.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what it might be as we see the first 2 picks.
Speculation from our side at the moment.
Yes, there's
they take the place.
The Lunar that they like. So Logo is the Garrosh, which means he's a main tank, so looking like a main tank Blaze for now.
That's right, he's
a
viable option. Good at rotating.
Yeah, that's wave clear.
Gives you that option as well to kind of like leave him to clear mid or bot and have the 3 men doing other stuff.
So for the 11th time this season we see Gurkle on Jaina. And another Anduin pickup from Salandras, so definitely sticking to comforts here.
Now, Johanna's pretty good at grouping people up, so we could get a Light Bomb Falling Sword, which is spicy, or you just get a Light Bomb on Johanna when she groups everyone up with a W. Or Holy Word. The world is 31 APM's oyster at the moment.
It is. The Leoric being banned out, which is fair enough on this map. He's a strong duelist, he's got good double soak.
Do you think it'll be a support ban? Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Li Ming.
Li Ming.
Do you think it's the Sonya player after getting just sniped in the last game, just go to that Li Ming?
Yeah. I think it might be.
Malfurion's quite nice following up on a Blaze engage. It really wouldn't surprise me to see it.
Alexstrasza and a Z. Okay. Oh, didn't expect this.
Okay, stacking that Nazeebo on the 4-man rotation.
Yeah.
So we're going to see a solo laner as the final pick.
I guess so. They're going to be able to react to
unless
their opponents.
Lunar is a solo laner. Maybe it's an Avatar.
They can react because they do have last pick. I'm not too sure about Alexstrasza on this map, but we'll see.
No, I was thinking that unless they're going to be really picky about their fights.
Sonya again and Reyna.
It's going to be Ace in the Hall, surely, after the nerfs to Exterminator. So he's going to get a lot of value proccing off the Jaina.
So what do you pick up here? Surely we're not going to see that mirrored in again.
Some solo laner that beats Sonya. Vexar?
Vexar would be a good pick if they play it.
Yes!
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Sonya might struggle into that, perhaps.
I mean, I guess it might come down to how much of a comfort pick that is.
Yeah.
And how much it was kind of out of necessity. I'm trying to think what else we might have seen. They banned the Leoric, so they took that away from themselves. They play Artanis. Don't know how great it is against Sonya.
Over to you, Yemek. Who do you fancy to
take
the last map in the series?
The bets now.
Yes.
Both games have gone quite late, and that Nazeebo is going to be an absolute monster.
Yep.
They've got really good wave clear. Oh god, it's too close. That's why I let you pick first. I am going to go with 31 APM because their map were so good last game.
Okay.
And I think around getting the shrines and stuff like that, it might work in their favour.
Yeah. Well, I'll bet against you, and I liked your argument. I think they could go late game again, and yeah, they'll start to see that Zebo value.
I just need to reassure myself that I'm still. When did I lose all these points?
I don't know.
I swear I was still number 1. I'm devastated. Right, I really need to win this, guys.
So it's snowing again. It's 1-1. Final match of the series. Who do we have?
On the left team, the team that is not going to cost me any points this game, hopefully, we have Team Ice Block with Audrey on Lunara, Tarnum on Nazebo, Kamikaze on Rexar, Bogo on Blaze, and Good Cop on Alexstrasza.
And on the right hand side, we have just here on the Sonya once again, we have Gerkel on the Jaina once again, Phoenix on the Reyna, Zlander is on the Anduin again, and Hump on the Johanna. So
we see the lanes splitting out as expected. We've got that 4-man. Nazebo straight away gets his spiders on that wave, starting to stack his quest. Blaze engaging, and mid waves are cleared. Time for the rotation. Zombie Wall and Blaze Slow to slow the rotation on 31 APM. Dirty strategies. Good timing on the Unstoppable saves her. They're trying to put pressure on the Blaze and it's not doing much damage to him. So the Johanna getting in trouble. Nice Zombie Wall stopping her being able to get back to safety. Those Anduin heals keeping Johanna alive, and Lunara pays the price for the greed.
What's going on with the...
not believe that Johanna survived that, and
so
that Lunara tanked so many tower shots as well.
Yeah. What's with these early Lunara deaths? That's 2 games in a row.
That Zombie Wall.
That one made a bit more sense.
Straight away really impressed me. He's actually gone for the increased range, so we could potentially be seeing like a Zombie Wall build here. Really nice aggression as well.
Yeah, I like the level 1 Lunara talent pick. We didn't see that last game. A big pressure on the Nazebo here, but he should be okay. Nice Zombie Wall. Yeah, she's gone for Sentinel Wisp, which gives you massive vision when that Wisp sits in bushes, so being able to scout out those rotations, perfectly, you can see the entire sort of middle section between those 2 lanes. I think that's so valuable on this map.
Yeah. And other than that, no surprise talents really, other than the Nazebo. Not picking up Toads.
Yeah.
And Johanna goes in, puts a bit of pressure on Lunara, gets back to safety. That's the camp cleared in bot. Nazebo's continuing to just stack his quest in mid lane at the moment, so it is 3v4 in bot, but Jimmy's coming up and going to put a bit of pressure on that Nazebo.
So we've not had much time for filler, so very quickly, as long as a fight isn't about to happen. So milestone for this match, this is the 1000th, Mr. Zero there, 10,000th match to be match made on the Heroes Lounge website. If you look at the link, I mean that does include...
Heroes Lounge website is 1,000 matches old as of this match.
Pretty much, yeah. It does include all of the sort of like qualifiers, and Blaze going down there, he got trapped and body blocked in there, the dragon couldn't save him.
There's a nice body block and the dragon was popped a little bit too late to save him.
But yeah, happy 10,000 matches, only a percentage of which will have been played Heroes Lounge.
I think seeing a gank coming up to Sonya in top lane, see if he... No.
He didn't want the kill, he just wanted stacks.
He just wanted
let's be
stats.
honest.
I'm so disappointed. I thought we were going to see a Sonya kill. I was going out on mid lane as well.
Yeah, I see 31 APM taking the bottom bruises, or Jaina is anyway, and she's going to struggle on her own.
Because she was doing the bruises alone, that Lunara was able to put out a lot of damage. Nice stun gets all 3 of them, and Lunara trying to chase down that Jaina kill, but accidentally hitting the Anduin and not getting that final hit on the Jaina.
Yep,
so Lunara straight back to hitting Johanna, who wants to cap the point but isn't getting the help from her teammates.
So Sonya and Jimmy get the bruise cam, which will help Sonya push in on top. Nazebo's been rotating top mid instead of... he's been avoiding the more dangerous bot, which is quite a good decision, I'd say. It's a lot less threat of him taking damage while hitting all those minions.
The 3-man in bot are managing to hold their own.
Yeah, they're doing a good job.
Fairly well. They've only lost 1 tower so far, so they're not being punished too badly for it.
Rexar's in a lot of trouble on top here. Sonya's got past the bear. And she takes down Rexxar, very nice.
And Nazebo not doing anything to help Rexxar and instead just clearing the wave.
If the stack's available, you go for the stacks. That's how you play Nazebo.
Yeah,
Nothing else matters.
Who needs teammates? You just need to get to level 20 and have your quest done.
Did you know that we played against Tarnum before, back in Season 8, the second match that we played for our current team? You played for Self Palm Kara.
Oh.
Random fact number 2.
Random fact number 2. I'm guessing Self Palm Kara is not a team anymore.
It's not a team anymore, but yes, we played our second match against them. Anyway,
did we beat them?
We beat them, yes.
Yes!
So anyway, 31
APM.
APM.
You remember these things?
I don't remember some names. 31 APM get the first Dragon Knight. They get the towers in mid. The rest of the team have got the towers on bot.
Blaze doing a really impressive job fighting 3 people, and I'm sure if he had a bit of DPS there, he would have gotten some kills. But
yep.
Zebo going aggressive this time.
Oh,
gets kicked under the fort.
Tarnum gets kicked under the fort. He might get out here.
Didn't have the zombies to tank the damage for him.
Oh no, they do manage to take him down. Lunara's in a lot of trouble here, but she should just get out.
Yeah, and to be honest, they came back and they focused that Nazebo kill rather than pushing with the Dragon Knight, so they didn't get a whole lot of DK value. Got towers and mid, well in bot as well, but
they've got a level 10 advantage here, so they're stealing the siege camp, and you'd hope to see them put a bit of damage on one of these forts.
That Lunara cannot show her face there, because she will get deleted.
Yeah.
And here comes the pressure in bot lane, right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
well,
fire the bruisers.
So they want to just get the bruisers uncontested. Do you feel they could have pushed that fort a bit and got some damage on, or is it risky?
Again, it's people are giving structures a lot of respect after the obviously damage increases to them. So I think if they took into account the fact that forts have been nerfed, they probably would have gone straight for it.
But here comes the Hyperion. They're putting pressure on it now with this bruiser camp.
Johanna really focusing the team, and that means she's going to take the fort shot. So yes, it's weaker, but
yeah, she's using the Blessed Shield there just to kind of scare them off a bit, I guess.
She gets saved. She's out. That was brave.
Here comes Lunara
going in, getting tempted with the greed, and
she
gets
goes down.
punished by the Jimmy.
Well, that was unlucky. If I was playing Lunara, then I would have probably done the same thing and died. Dragon out just too late again.
Dragon a little bit too slow. Need to really put those dragons earlier.
Yeah,
I know Lunara was tempted to go in, but it was a Johanna at the end of the day. Like if someone's gonna survive your dive, it's gonna be that.
Yeah. So talent-wise, heroic-wise, I mean, see Ring of Frost again, Holy Word, Salvation from Anduin, so no Light Bomb Falling Sword, unfortunately.
Devastated.
So Rexxar's gone for Bestial Wrath, which buffs Misha's damage. Speaking of Rexxar, he's going down to the Jimmy gank there. Nicely done by 31 APM. Yeah, Bestial Wrath, which buffs Misha rather than Unleash the Boars. So you're giving up a lot of sort of team fight potential there if Rexxar comes down to join in the fights, but
Nazebo came in really aggressive there and nearly got punished for it, but he gets the Anduin and the zombie wall, which procs the Holy Word. Lunara
so frustrating for Lunara there, putting
really
so much damage on Jaina.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
zombie wall going out on the Blaze.
In mid lane, James Rayner has got the Dragon Knight again, and he's taking mid fort. So we sit at 7 kills to 0 in favour of 31 APM so far, so really on top of this map. They've got getting the structural advantage here. They're in a good position.
Now we're a big fan of saying we're a level 10 comp, just hold on for level 10. Do you think that Team Ice Block are just saying we're a level 20 comp?
Yeah.
Hold on for level 20.
Yeah, I think you have to.
Be fine.
Yeah.
Like, even Lunara becomes pretty deadly late game.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, Nazebo's done such a good job of stacking 137, so he's nearly there. This is one of those instances where you have a Nazebo who stacks very well, but you just need that level 20, otherwise it doesn't mean too much. He's got a lot of health and mana because of his big voodoo talent, but They just need
They
to stall it out.
There's only 2 of them going after this Nazeeba. They could get into trouble
Yeah,
here.
Johanna should be fine, but Jaina in a very dangerous situation.
Left the shield used to save the Jaina, and she gets out, but
That could have gone
was
wrong.
risky. If Team Ice Block had left that siege camp and immediately come to help the Nazeebo, they could have gotten those kills.
I think when you're ahead structurally, you're ahead on kills level, you shouldn't be taking risks like that, going for a 2-on-1 gank. You should be, it's risky. That's how you can throw games away.
There's the aggressive zombie wall. Blaze engaging on the Anduin. Holy Word's on cooldown still. Oh no, it's off cooldown, and there it is. It saves him.
Ooh,
Ring of Frost gets Lunara and secures the kill on Lunara. Blaze also in a bit of trouble here.
It's a nice block by Johanna.
The Giants get the Jaina kill. Nazeebo got it low. Giants finished her off.
So that was
so disappointed.
That was a 4v3, was it? Was Reyna in that whole time?
Yeah, he was. He wasn't with them.
Good
I
fight.
think maybe he'd gone top at one stage. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I saw the Nazeebo coming in for that aggressive zombie wall blocking off their escape, and I got too excited. I didn't look at any other lane.
Yeah.
They are capping the Bruiser's bot, which is nice timing on that as well. That's going to give them a lot of lane control in bot. And realistically, Jaina's back. Try to look for a fight in bot. I guess.
They've got the level 16 advantage. They're going to pick up the Siege Giants as well to put a bit more pressure on bot. But Team Ice Block are in a difficult position. They need to stall it out for 20, but it's not going to be easy, is it?
Yeah, I think Nazeebo's doing a really good job getting his stats. I think he just needs to turn up for the team fights at the right time.
We see Jimmy going top again to try and put pressure on that Rexar, who's just sitting Misha on the point. When they know Jimmy's top, I think Team Ice Block should take a fight here. They're about to hit 16. If you notice Jimmy up there, just going hard on bot.
I mean, this is going to be a hard engage from 31 APM. They get the root on Blade. Dragon's popped in time now. Nazeebo has no mana.
Unfortunately for Team Ice Block, 31 APM can just back off after the Dragon's popped.
Yeah.
Jimmy trying to get the Rexar, but can't quite get him.
And Nazeebo going up to mid to get stacks. I presume he's not going to help Rexar. I think they're quite happy. If Jimmy wants to keep going up, they're just going to get value elsewhere, right?
Yeah. But Nazeebo has got more than enough stacks now.
The root stops the Blaze from escaping, so he pops us unstoppable. They're still just putting damage out on that Johanna, which, if you stay out of the Ring of Frost, it'll be fine. And Blaze in deep. Lunara now jumping in on the Jaina, and she gets
Jaina's
healed
gonna
up.
be in trouble here.
The poison comes through.
Here comes Jimmy.
And Nazeebo is still in mid lane. So again, if Nazeebo had turned up there before the Jimmy, that fight probably could have gone in their favour.
Yeah, well, Nazeebo's going up now. Oh, he was tempted by the stacks, but he's going for the Sonya. No, he's going for the stacks.
Going for stacks.
It's a good choice.
Lunara warns of danger, I presume.
I mean, he's sitting at 207 stacks right now. He's probably one of the tankiest heroes on the map.
Yeah, he needs to get involved in these team fights now. Siege camp gets stolen. He's just gonna clear out bot.
If you were 31 APM right now, you're on top, you're in control. Would you be really trying to push to end before 20?
Yes, I would be thinking pure aggression now. This is their window, and it's starting to close. You got that level in 2/3 lead.
Yeah.
Oh, nice stun on the Johanna. She pops her unstoppable. She's going to be in trouble now, Johanna. She's got no way out of this.
The objective, and Jimmy picks it up again in mid, but Johanna's going to go down.
Yeah, and Nazeebo trying to greed the Jaina, but has a dragon coming down behind him, so has to back. Now they can focus this dragon and should be able to kill it before it gets too much value.
Yeah.
If they don't get distracted with a fighting bot, it's all well and good if you can get the kills, but you don't want to chase them around for no advantage. Rexar focusing the Dragon Knight down as well.
Yeah, Jimmy needs to be careful here. He's already at half health in that Dragon Knight, and it's a long way back to his forts, and he's... And here comes Anduin, he might be able to get him out.
Yeah, they're
He
going to
should
be able
be
to
okay
get him
now.
out, but yeah, he got limited value with that. So actually, that worked out okay for Team Ice Block.
31 APM hit the level 20 talents.
I have seen enough.
The Dragon Knight expires. Everything looking fairly standard. Johanna going for the shield for her allies rather than indestructible. Which is probably a good choice. I think that'd be quite good against Nazeebo on a Lunara, all that damage over time.
Yeah.
She's going to get some good value from that.
Extra damage from Jimmy, bolt from Jaina. Nothing too alarming.
No.
What?
I think Team Ice
That
Block are in a
Nazeebo
good
build
position
is-
here. Let's have a look.
But zombie wall, basically.
Yeah.
All about those zombies.
Yeah, I think Team Ice Block are in a good position here. They're going to get 20 before too long. As long as they don't start giving away needless deaths here, they should pick up level 20. They've still got all the keeps. Lunara's in a lot of
Shield
trouble.
on the Lunara, but she gets out. Blaze Bunker goes down to help her. I actually think getting in there then put her in more danger.
Yeah.
They've got the Gargantuan behind them, so a lot of 31 APM were just focusing that Gargantuan down. And they can now push with this double camp. There's the Hyperion to buy the camps a bit more time. They're going to get the towers here, I think.
Yeah. Team Ice Block nearly at level 20. They're itching. They want to go and fight. But it's just a little bit longer.
I think Nazeebo's ready to fight, isn't he?
He is. He's been waiting
Getting quite
16 and a half
aggressive now.
minutes for this.
Ready for that quest to instantly pop.
There it is, level 20.
Da-ding!
Ding.
Quest complete. Here comes the Nazeebo damage.
31 APM aggressively taking this camp. Jaina and Reyna absolutely shred it. Ooh, nice Ring of Frost on Alexstrasza and Lunara. Lunara is low, she goes down.
Blaze is not getting out of that either.
That Anduin ult was very good.
Not enough Nazeebo damage to turn that fight there, unfortunately.
Yeah, even with those, a fully stacked Nazeebo, when you've got Anduin ults, that negates so much damage. You've got the Johanna shields.
And
It's
the
difficult.
other important thing is they're able to kill that zombie wall very quickly with their AoE damage.
Yeah.
So you put the zombie wall down, it just gets destroyed and you don't get any value from it.
Yeah, it was a nice rotation from Sonya there as well, beating Rexar to it. I think that made a difference as well. In 31 APM, they won their first win of the season. They're going straight for the core here.
Yeah, no messing around. Rexar's yet to back.
Here comes the
on
dragon.
Oh, he did. He did the same as he did on the first. It was the other team on the first game. I was to say he started walking before the back was complete, so he interrupted it. So he's not back
Core's
yet.
going down, and they've got this surely. They have. 31 APM
GG, well played.
win the series 2-1 for their first win of the season. Very, very well done.
They just the Nazeebo stacking. By the time they hit level 20, it was too late. There was too much
Yeah.
going in the favour of 31 APM there. Nice strategy. Good job with obviously a different strategy to the first two games. Got a lot of Anduin value of the Holy Word, definitely. Every fight, I feel like the Holy Word just shut down the engage.
Yeah.
And then good damage, Jaina Jimmy. That's a lot of damage to deal with for the other team. Lunara, good job pressuring the back line. Got into a bit of trouble. And are we asking for captain? I see you typing. Everyone's typing. So we'll ask for a captain winner interview. See how 31 APM are feeling about that.
Yeah, it was very nice. Yeah, I think with Lunara and Nazeebo, there's so much damage over time. I think it can be hard to get kills with that anyway. Especially against like a Johanna and a Sonya.
Yeah, it was a lot of poison. The poison hits through Holy Word by the look of it, which was something I did not know.
Does it?
Or it seemed to. I'd have to double check, but yeah, Lunara was still auto attacking that Holy Word, and when it came down, there was a lot of poison damage on people.
Yeah. Hump says, yes, it's okay.
Cool. Let's see him in the interview room then. Cool.
Getting across to the interview room. Hopefully we'll be joined in just a moment.
I just want to say how excited I am that I beat you to the interview room for a change.
I know.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
Good, yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. It's the first win of the season.
Yes, congratulations.
Yeah, well done. You must be pretty happy with yourselves right now.
Yeah, we are actually.
We'll try to start off by going back to that first game.
Okay.
Start at the beginning. Obviously, the Garrosh comp looking to try to get you as much as possible on the rotations on the Towers of Doom game. How did you feel knowing that every time you were rotating mid to bot, they were looking for that gank?
We felt quite confident actually, because we have played Garrosh comp, or we have trained Garrosh comps ourselves.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the Garrosh was worse than expected. We were more afraid of him than in the first game when we saw the.
Yeah.
But it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I think you guys did a really good job of putting quite a lot of damage onto him. So every time he threw someone in, he then immediately had to kind of worry about saving himself. So that was quite nice. Then, obviously, they kind of played the same strategy against you in the second game, and you picked up the Lunara. Where was the Lunara part of your plan anyway, or was it because of the Garrosh that you were thinking you wanted the Wisps to scout it out?
No, it was because Phoenix is pretty confident in Lunara. It's one of his most played heroes, I think. And yeah, so we picked it up. And I think we were more afraid of the Morganas because it got banned and picked a lot by them.
Yeah.
So we thought better have Garrosh against us than playing against Morganas.
Nice. And obviously that second game, Volskaya, it was a very impressive macro game that you guys played, kind of getting every item as soon as they spawned, as soon as you had the opportunity. Is that kind of again around kind of having that Lunara, knowing that map very well? Is that why you like to take people to that map, because you can focus on macro so much, or?
Maybe. I think it's we pick Volskaya because when we began to train as a team last season, we realized pretty fast that Volskaya, we had pretty good win rate on Volskaya, and on the other hand, many teams in Heroes Launch don't know Volskaya that well, so that it was always a comfort pick for us. And maybe it's because we know how it played out better than with different maps. For example, if you take Dragonshire, we had pretty bad win rates actually on Dragonshire, and when they picked it, we were kind of scared to lose the match again.
Yeah, you very much preempted my my next question there. That Dragonshire pick, it's actually not a preferred map by them either. So I was quite surprised to see it pick. Did you think kind of going to that map was not going to work in your guys' favor then? Did it make you guys a bit nervous?
Yeah, we were a bit nervous, but I mean, we realized during the match that it was a pretty even matchup, and that we could win it, and if they don't have some special threat, and if we could just play it well. And I think we had some luck, especially when the few times we got Rexa on top, and then we got the objectives. So it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, that Jimmy pressure on the top lane really kind of bought your team quite a lot of freedom then on the macro. And obviously at level 19, you were kind of nearly 2 levels ahead, so you're looking pretty strong.
Yeah.
Were at that stage where you kind of trying to play quite aggressive to kind of capitalize on your advantage, or were there kind of calls in your team to play safe and kind of keep calm?
I don't know, actually. I think we have when we're ahead. I think we have a pretty aggressive play style, and we try to get advantages where we can. Yeah, I don't remember that. So I remember that we had a level advantage, but I was so focused that I didn't realize how big it actually was. It was for me as a solo laner. It was more like, okay, the guys are doing good. I can keep focusing on my lane and try to give them as much space as possible.
Was it you calling for the Jimmy to come up to help with the ganks, or was it kind of the decision coming from the Jimmy instead?
Actually, no, it was the other way around. So our plan for the map was that we were, when we saw the Rexa pick, we were pretty sure that I wouldn't get the top shrine. So we said, okay, we try to always have bottom shrine.
Yeah.
And when we get a pick, or if we get space for different reasons, for example, they had not that much wave clear, I think, like we had. So my teammates were fast on the rotations, so Jimmy had the time to come up a few times.
Nice. And obviously you've had a few matches where you've lost 2 games to 1. When you won that Volskaya game and it went to 1 game each, was anything said at that stage about like, come on, let's make it ours this time? Or
yeah, it was because funny thing is, one of my mates, actually his how's it called? Not his parents, but the parents of his wives were watching. So he said, "So now we're 1-1, so we have to win now."
Exactly. You got to show off. You got to win when you've got the fans watching. That's excellent. So obviously, fingers crossed for your future games now. Obviously, because you lost the first few games as well, you're going to be coming up against perhaps some easier matches. Have you guys kind of had discussions about trying to practice as much as possible to win as many games as possible now towards the end of the season, or are you a bit more relaxed about it? Kind of what's the plans?
Pretty relaxed, actually. The matches for us are mostly for fun. I mean, of course, we try to train to get better as a team, and everyone tries to get better as individually. But it's more like playing in the league to get better than getting better to rank up in the league. I think it's a nice bonus that we can more or less hold our ground in Division 4.
Cool. Yeah, it's good. So I think you might be able to add Dragonshire to your list of maps that you play on. You've got good enough macro on going forward. But no, it was fun to cast. I don't know if Poppin, do you have any questions?
I never have questions, but you've asked enough. But I'm really glad to see you win that and get your first win of the season. Well played. It was really fun to watch.
And then, do you have any shout outs?
Shout out to everyone who's watching. Shout out to my mate who couldn't play today, to Skunk It. And yeah, so to my team, to our opponents, they played very well. It was pretty fun, pretty close, I think. And thanks to you two to casting.
Cheers. Yeah, well played, and yeah, good luck in the future.
Cool.
Thanks. See ya.
Cheers. See ya.
Bye.
So it was just here from 31 APM who've picked up their first win of the season.
Yeah, good match, nice and close. I going into that final game would not have known who to put money on.
Yeah, that was definitely one of those exciting matches where you didn't really have a feel for who was going to win. You know, it really could have gone either way. And you know, with the Nazeebo in that last match, you kept thinking, "Oh, what's going to happen when they hit 20?" And
just didn't quite deliver. I think, and again, perhaps like play that slightly differently, get the timings on the fight slightly differently. Alex gets the dragons a little earlier. Nazeebo turns up and Jimmy doesn't turn up. still could have gone either way. So, yeah, obviously unlucky for Team Icebox there. I think you could play that match a dozen times and it could go either way each time. So,
definitely.
So yeah, nice and fun. And obviously, we've done quite a lot of matches that have been higher up in the league. So, yeah, good to see nice matches going on near the bottom of Div 4 at the moment, and both teams got some more games ahead. Got some wins to look forward to.
Definitely. We might see them again later this season, perhaps. Who knows?
Well, that's all from me. Thanks everyone for watching.
Thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you again soon.
Cool. Bye.
Bye.